Hi, I'm Micah Ketterling, and I will be going over a protozome that we went over in lab, known as the crayfish. Crayfish are known to have more than 500 species in North America. They are closely related to the lobster organism, which the top picture kind of looks like a mini lobster. Only a few species are known to live in saltwater, as to where a majority of the species live in freshwater environments. The largest species can measure up to 40 centimeters in length and almost 8 pounds in weight, and the smallest species can be 2.5 centimeters long. The common name is obviously crayfish for this organism, which can also be referred to as crawfish or crawdad in other areas of the US. The scientific name is the Ostacioida, meaning crayfish. Its domain is Eukaryota, which makes up unicellular and multicellular organisms. Its kingdom is Animalia, which is all animals, and its phylum is Arthropoda, which are known to have hard exoskeletons and joint appendages. Its natural habitat is freshwater environments such as lakes, ponds, swamps, streams, rivers, all the things. They can live in vast temperatures from as low as 55 degrees Fahrenheit to over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Most species do live in streams that provide oxygen supply for breathing. Um, and again, most species live about above ground, but in the water environment. Some species do spend their entire life burrowed and buried under rocks, logs, and moist soils, digging up to 1 to 5 feet deep tunnels. Um, and crawfish are known to be threatened by habitat deconstruction, meaning that this can be caused by dams, water pollution, erosion, etc. And around 65 species are known to be endangered, threatened, or a major concern for scientists, and they are trying to preserve them. How do the crayfish get their food? Crayfish use both kinds of antennae. The short, jointed antennules are for tasting water and food, which can be pictured on my diagram in purple. The longer outer antennae are for sense of touch, which they feel the food, which are pictured in blue. The overlapping mouthparts and mandibles used to crush and shred food are used to crush and shred food before being consumed, are pictured in green. The cheliped capture, crush, and cut food, which are pictured in pink. They mainly eat plants and animals. Older crayfish are typically herbivores, which consume only plants, while younger crayfish are carnivorous, which consume other organisms. And all crayfish are cannibalistic, meaning they eat their own kind. Predator and prey relationships. The crayfish feed on living and dead plants and other invertebrates such as small fish, algae, water weeds. Um, and they're also considered prey. They are food sources to many, including raccoons, foxes, snakes, turtles, fish, and water birds. They can be caught and consumed by humans. Crawfish boils and over 240 species of wild animals in North America do consume crayfish. Unique involved traits. They have a joint head and thorax midsection, which is pictured in purple, a segment and body pictured in purple and blue, compound eyes pictured in orange, an exoskeleton, which is tough but surprisingly thin, 5 pairs of front legs, known to have powerful pinchers, the chiliped, 5 pairs of hind legs, pictured in green, used for steering and maneuvering while swimming, known as swimmerets, and help circulate water for respiration. The Tree of Life. This is where it's located. It's kind of a video I found on a website. It zooms in, and that's the video on the right. And then on the left is kind of where they really originate from, which are known as Mercrenic cotonestor, and you can kind of see the other crayfish species coming off of that. Um, Photos and diagrams, these are some that I drew myself. You can see the insides, the underneath, which I thought was cool, and then just some photos. And then the importance of these organisms and their ecosystems they are part of the base formation of the aquatic food chain. They're important for transferring energy up the food chain. So when they consume dead and decaying organisms, this helps provide food to smaller aquatic animals when they break it down, help break down living and dying plants, which helps improve water quality for the environment and promotes decomposition and recycling. Humankind, they help indicate water quality. So Crawfish are really sensitive to water pollution. They're used as biological monitors and trackers for water conditions. So, a sudden death of a lot of crawfish equals toxic chemicals or pollution in the water. They're sources of food to humans. So, Louisiana and crawfish boils 100 million pounds per year are made in Louisiana and served. They're used as bait for fishing to catch bigger organisms, since bigger organisms do consume them, and they provide jobs such as farming and selling to consumers to eat and have for food. And that is my presentation, and here are my sources.